Welcome back to Midnight Chimes In. At last we have some more positive Doctor Who news to talk about, or at least something that's not just them dredging up the past. I mean, I suppose it is dredging up the past, but not in the same way, and I'll get on to why my reaction to this is generally more positive, but first, let's back up. So it has been officially announced that Bonnie Langford will be returning to Doctor Who for Series 14, appearing alongside Ncuti Gatwa as the Doctor. Bonnie Langford, of course, became famous as a child actor, appearing in Just William and Bugsy Malone, as well as other films in the 1970s. In Doctor Who, she portrayed the character of Melanie Bush, who first appeared with the 6th and 7th Doctor, and is certainly an out-there choice as far as characters to bring back. She did already make a non-speaking cameo appearance in The Power of the Doctor, but I figured that would be it. Like, if you're one of the few Melanie Bush fans out there, and I don't imagine there are that many, this was the most you were ever going to get. But no, it turns out that she's now coming back not just for a one-off, but for an entire series. In an official statement put out by Russell T Davies, he said, "This is not just a cameo. Bonnie is right in the thick of the action, battling monsters and chaos and cliffhangers right at the Doctor's side, just like in the old days." So yeah, big up to Mel fans, I guess. Now, if it sounds like I'm being disparaging, this is ironically part of the reason why I'm much more optimistic about this announcement than, say, David Tennant or Catherine Tate or Murray Gold coming back, for instance. Mel basically epitomises the stereotype of the ineffectual, screaming Doctor Who companion from the 1980s, you know, the kind of companion that Eddie Izzard would make fun of. In fact, probably her most defining on-screen trait is that she was able to scream at the same pitch as the sting from the ending theme, and because of that I can only really see that you would bring a character like her back if you have something specific and original in mind you want to do with said character. You know, it's not like bringing back David Tennant, where it's easy to cynically look at it as just recreating the greatest hits. And it also helps that unlike with Tennant, it's a totally different production team who are going to be bringing their own fresh ideas to the character. It kind of reminds me of the news about Beep the Meep being in the 60th anniversary, which again I didn't respond negatively to because it's taking something so obscure that it can't really be considered fan service. At least not in quite the same way as Tennant returning, or even Ace and Tegan, for instance, in The Power of the Doctor, as they are both pretty well known and loved companions, at least among hardcore Doctor Who fans. And there is potential to be had from expanding on a character like Mel. I mean, for one, I believe she was introduced as a computer scientist, and the show did basically nothing with that. And then you have Big Finish, who have already done a good job of fleshing out her character some more and redeeming her in the eyes of fans, kind of like how they did with Colin Baker's Doctor. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if, thanks to Big Finish, I've actually insulted quite a few people with my earlier implication that there are no fans of Mel. So for all of those reasons, the news of Bonnie Langford returning has piqued my interest in a good way, and I'm very curious to see what Russell T Davies has in store for her character. Whatever it is, I feel optimistic that it will be fresh and original, because, I mean, no one in their right mind is unironically recreating season 24, are they? That said, stranger things have happened. This is Midnight Chimes, still waiting for the last train home.